Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. Well, I'm going to be late to work because I'm basically stuck in traffic and shit. But at the end of the day, because of the rain, hey, I'd rather be late to work than be delayed town business. You know what I'm saying? That's just pretty much how I go. Like, I'm not risking my life to get to work and then fucking run off a cliff and shit. As you can see, I'm driving through Oakland and shit on my way to work, but it is what it is. But nevertheless, let me talk about something else. All right, you guys, in Florida, basically, a cop, a former police chief, was sentenced to 3 years in jail for basically admitting to framing black men for burglary charges just to boost up their arrest numbers. And I'm gonna tell you something. This has been going on for a while with the police department, you know, framing black men for crimes they didn't commit. Because I can tell you right now, I remember the Hayward PD tried to plant some cocaine in the back of my trunk. But the funny part about it was the joke was on them because I had just pulled out the lot when I bought the car. I'm talking about I had literally just pulled off the lot, driving down, you know, Mission Boulevard in Hayward. And boy, was that police officer stuck. And it was funny, I called the car people, and the car people drove down the street and told the cop, if you don't want to lose your badge, you better let him go. We know for a fact. I'm talking about I had literally just pulled off the lot and they tried to plant some coke on me. And that's why I have the dislike and the disdain for police officers. And this is why, to a certain degree, black officers are looked upon their own race as an outcast, because of the history with the police. And the sad part about it is they are some good black cops that's out there. But due to the history of the police, you know, they have this disdain from people in the community. But at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is because of history. But I want to talk about how this former police chief, more than likely he was like in some suburban area, probably in the Miami area. But basically, he admitted to framing black men for burglary. And basically, he got a slap in the wrist. You know, basically, he only got sentenced to 3 years. To me, he should have got 15 to 20. Because you know why? This man ruined innocent black men's lives. They had a criminal record. He made it difficult for them to find housing, employment. You know what I'm saying? And people need to look at it from that perspective. When you have a criminal record, man, it's hard for you to find employment. Even though it's against the Civil Rights Act of 1964 to deny a person, a black person, I ain't gonna say no person of color, you know, a minority, employment because of a criminal record. But people do it anyway. They can't flat out tell you, well, I can't hire you because you got a criminal record. They have to tell you some shit like, we decided to go another direction, hire somebody with a little more experience and all that type of shit. Because if they say, hey man, we not gonna hire you because you got a criminal record, then guess what? That's lawsuit shit. That's you know, you can file complaints against companies and shit that do that. So they're not gonna tell you that. But this is what this man did. Now, they said the dude's name. I saw a picture of him. He looked like he has a Hispanic name. So he probably a white Hispanic, Cuban or something like that. But the dude looks white. Just the bottom line. He ain't black. That's for sure. And a lot of times how some of these people get away with saying, well, this isn't a racial thing. This is when they'll try to play the so-called, I don't know what you want to, the Hispanic name card. I'm not gonna say race card, but the Hispanic. Oh, well, he has a Hispanic name. He has a Hispanic name, so that means he isn't white. Bullshit. Bullshit. So colonizers go everywhere, and sometimes they'll take on a name of where the area they're at. So don't fall for that, because at the end of the day, George Zimmerman is a white Hispanic dude. Okay? That's just the bottom line. Last name is Zimmerman. Okay? No, he only was a Hispanic when he ended up shooting Trayvon Martin. So basically, they couldn't say his case was racially motivated and that he was racially profiled, because they try to act like that there's Hispanics that isn't racist against other blacks. Okay, but you catch what I'm saying. But nevertheless, the dude is like a white Hispanic man, and he framed a lot. At least I think the reports are saying 11 black men. That's despicable. And he only got 3 years. I bet you those dudes that got framed for burglary got about 3 years. Okay? Or probation. Like I said, ruined their lives. And then people try to pull this shit with, well, we don't know why Colin Kaepernick has an issue with the police. Or, we don't know why the black community doesn't trust the police department. And see, this is what I mean. They try to dumb us down and shit. And then what they'll do, they'll have some kind of fake ass fundraiser or some shit like that. Or they'll come to the community and have some type of shit, try to, clean up their image. They always do that. Just like when a lot of these racist celebrities get exposed as being racist, they'll go do some shit in the hood and all that type of shit. Like what Justin Bieber been doing for the last 8 years. Ever since that video came out exposing him as a racist, this dude been going to the hood trying to align himself with all type of black people, to clean up his image. Like I said, Justin Bieber will always be a racist to me. He will always be a racist ass white boy, and that's all it come down to. Don't come on here with that, oh, he was 14 if so fucking what? Like I said, you don't never let go of shit that black people do. So I'm not letting go of the shit Justin Bieber do, but this is just typical. Like I said, basically what they trying to do is they trying to say that the dude is Hispanic and not white, so people can't say this was racially motivated. But then all the people that he framed happen to be black. Come on, man. Could y'all please cut the shit? You're not fooling nobody, man. I mean, it is what it is, man. And people just be fronting this shit. Like I said before, people think black people are dumb. That's all it come down to. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people hate these YouTube channels like mine because I'm basically exposing the truth and telling the truth about how these people, like I say, really feel about black people. How can you, like I said, don't think because you get exposed as a racist, like I said, you could come to the black community and all that type of shit, or you do some videos or something or commercials where you got a whole bunch of different looking black women. Oh, I'm not, or you quote something from Malcolm X and all that type of shit, and then I'm easily, oh, okay. Nah, sorry, that don't work for me. Now, you may have some other weak ass niggas that fall for that and try to explain that shit, but that doesn't work on me, and it doesn't work on a lot of other black people, intelligent black people. That shit is over with. Once you expose as a racist, you will always be a racist, and that's just the bottom line. You go to the hood all you want. You can donate to the United Negro College Fund all you want. That shit ain't gonna impress me. You can sit up there and do all these movies and charity fundraisers for, underprivileged kids in Compton and Oakland. And look, you're not going to change your opinion of me. But that's what they try to do. This is, they know, like I said, that it's easy to win over black people. A lot of white people feel like that's all all you got to do is, just go to the black community, do a couple of speeches and do a couple of fundraisers and donate some money and take a picture with a couple of rappers or other famous, prominent black people and it'll go away. Nah, not with me. Those niggas don't speak for me. I'm just keeping it 100, man. Like I say, nobody suffers more than black people. Nobody has more people after them than black people. Nobody is more disrespected than black people. We are disrespected by every race there is. And a lot of it is to our own doing. To be honest with you, and I'm going to keep this 100. Maybe if we all thought like the Sentinelese people, the better off we'd be. Because I can tell you this much. I respect they gangster to the fullest. Real talk. Maybe we need to have a Sentinelese attitude. Take no prisoners. As you can see, they don't play. As you can see, they have the it's own on sight mentality. They have the, no, you're not going to get a chance to explain yourself. You ain't supposed to be here. Get up out of here. Okay? So, I'm just keeping it 100. And like I said to the people that's going to thumb down this video, don't come on here trying to cop a plea. Don't try to say, oh, well, everybody isn't like that. And don't come with that. The police have a tough job. So, it was tough for this dude to frame all these black men and ruin their lives and their reputation and give them unjust criminal records. So that was cool. It was that tough. And basically it was just all about enhancing and doctoring your arrest records at the expense of those innocent dudes. Really? And this goes on a lot. Like I say, police departments have quotas. They have to make a certain amount of arrests, write a certain amount of tickets, all that shit. And they know the easiest group of people to target is pretty much blacks. And then they'll, with a sprinkle of Hispanics or Asians. But the main target will be us. Because that's how they roll. And it's getting towards December. So it's quota time. So this time, between, now and January, you better be on your P's and Q's. Okay? So that's a warning to my black people and anybody else that want to heed this word. Stay strong, stay sharp. Always. I'm out.